I thought that was I have a lot of respect for Louisiana Monroe. I have a lot of respect for that league. You know, I was looking at something the other day where Louisiana Monroe's picked to finish third and Texas Arlington's picked to finish seventh. Well, in case you haven't been following college basketball, Texas Arlington won at Ohio State and they won at Memphis. That's this league. So it tells you a little bit about Louisiana Monroe. I watched their Minnesota game with 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. They had the ball 3 straight possessions up 51-50 at Minnesota, Big Ten team. So I knew this was a good team, and we told our guys it was, but you know, we're a ways away from being a good team. We're not a good team yet. You can tell we're going to be. But today on November 30th, after 2 games and after 3 games, you know, we'll get there. Looking forward to getting into a rhythm. If you look around the country, after most teams started playing November 13th, I think that was opening night. Today is November 28th, so 16 days. Most teams played 5 or 6 games in 16 days. We'd only play 2. So, you know, that's probably a little bit my responsibility for scheduling, but some of that, you know, just depends on who you can get to come play you. But now we're getting a little bit of rhythm. We'll play Monday, we'll turn around and play Wednesday, then we go on the road next week, then we come back home and play the following Sunday. So we're in a rhythm now. We don't have to play a game, wait 8 days, play another game. But I like a lot of things I saw. Obviously, I think we have good guards, and I think our guards can play better. You know, Ronnie Johnson and Damian Dotson, you know, you can tell they haven't found their rhythm yet. You know, they haven't really played a significant game since March of 2014, other than those first 2. And those first 2, you just know that you can't really get a rhythm in games like that. But I think the more significant games they play against good teams, the better they're going to be. I thought LeRon Barnes was terrific tonight. LeRon Barnes was LeRon Barnes. You know, he doesn't, you know, he's never going to score very high on the wow meter, but he's a winner. You know, I've been around this game a long time, and you know, there's a lot of guys that put a lot of significance on great plays. Basketball is not a game of great plays. It's a game of eliminating mistakes. And LeRon doesn't make many mistakes, and that's what makes him very valuable for us. Rob Gray, you know, as you just get to see him more and more, you'll realize what we know. He's our best scorer. You know, he was our leading scorer on those 4 games we played in China this summer. And, you know, he's our leading scorer in practice every day. So, but I think he's going to get better too. He can do a lot. He can make baskets, but he's also a good passer, and he's a good ball handler. So I expect Rob to continue to get better.
Questions, please?
What didn't you like, if anything, tonight?
What did I not like?
Yes, sir.
I thought we gave up too many easy baskets against their motion. You know, you know, the hardest thing to teach sometimes is IQ. You know, basketball is a game of where's the ball and where should I be? Ball you man. You know, a lot of times we got caught chasing our man away from the ball, and they did a good job of emptying out the paint. Now we're chasing them to the rim rather than coming up the middle. But there's nothing that happened tonight that I don't think we can't correct on film. You know, you notice the second half our defense was a lot better. Well, once we got to the locker room at halftime, you know, here's what they're doing, and here's the way we got to guard it. First half, we were running around there like chickens with our head cut off. I thought Devontae Pollard did a great job on Dean. You know, the kid that was really surprised me tonight was Munnings. You know, he's like an average 8 points a game. You know, I mean, he played great tonight. But I thought we did, you know, our focus in their scouting report was on Dean. And I thought we put Devontae on him, and he did a great job. But, you know, second half, I thought our defense was good. They had some tough shots, including a bank shot in the first half and a bank shot at the end of the game. That's 5 points. But other than that, I thought our defense got better as the game progressed. And once we went small, obviously we got a lot more transition baskets.
Coach, 36 points off the bench, that takes a lot about your depth.
Yeah.
A little bit about that.
Yeah, I think the strength of our team is our team. You know, starting lineups for us is not our 5 best players. I don't even know who I'm just still searching. I think had we played 5 or 6 games like these other teams, I'd have a better feel. But, you know, after 2 games, you know, we played 2 teams we beat by 100 points. So I don't know what our best start lineup is. I'd rather not start Rob. I like bringing him off the bench because Rob can get, you know, Rob's capable of getting 20 whether he starts or not. So our numbers our points off the bench will always be bloated because of him. Another guy I thought did some good things tonight was Dupree. Dupree showed some things. We've got 5 good players in our locker room. We've got 7 or 8 really good players, but we just got to get them fit and consistent. But that's where games come in. You know, there's some teams that have played in these exempt tournaments where you get 3 games in 3 days or 3 games in 4 days. That's when you start finding a little bit about yourself. There's some teams play more games in 3 days than we have in 16 days because they go play in these exempt tournaments. So, but I like our ceiling. There's some teams play their best basketball in November and early December, and they don't get any better. This team's going to get a lot better.
Rob, are you comfortable coming off the bench? You prefer?
I don't have a problem with it at all. I just want to be in the game, be able to help the team to win.
Coach, were you at it seemed like you were at a point where you were going to take him out, and then he got to the foul line and made 2 threes and seemed to get rolling there.
Don't ever read into my almost. It's like assume. Break assume down. So no, don't ever read into that.
We want to talk about your steady game tonight.
I just feel like I had to go out and play hard. I feel like I could have did better on defense. We could have did better as a team on defense, but we came out and played hard.
Ron, you were really getting it under the offensive boards. 6 rebounds offensive. Speak more about that.
Coaching forces every day. Like, we supposed to get 50% of our rebounds as a team.
Miss shots.
Miss shots. And I just go to the boards every time, try my best to.
Did you feel it was hot in there? There was a lot of hitting? Was it just...
Sometimes they went by some yachts, so I just went.
Coach, on the 3-point shooting in the first half, were you happy with the shots you guys were getting?
For the most part, LeRon never takes a bad shot. I think he took his first bad shot in 2 years tonight in transition. I don't know if I think he got cross-eyed over there in that corner for some reason. Some of these guys early in the year, you know, like Rob is a shot maker. You know, every basket is not going to come off an assist. But I thought in the first half, I thought we were taking some quick shots. You know, we want to play fast. And that's one of the things I've been impressed with as far as fast as we play, we're doing a great job of taking care of the ball. We had single-digit turnovers tonight. But sometimes the bad shot's a turnover. So all of these things, you know, like I talked about some teams that's been upset. When you can win games and not play well this time of the year, that means those are great teaching tools. Like we'll break this film down tonight. Since we play Monday, we'll practice tomorrow. And we'll go, you know, we'll do it in sections. Like we'll say, here's where we think are questionable shots, or shots that we could have worked to get a better shot. Here's our defensive mistakes. And you're going to make mistakes in November. Everybody's going to make a ton of mistakes in November. But as you go through the season, once you get into December, once you get toward Christmas, you need to start eliminating those mistakes. So November's all about making mistakes for 370 teams in Division I and 500 in every level. I coached in AI, and my team's always made a boatload of mistakes in November, and we clean them up and became a good team as we went. I think this team will do the same.
Did Galen push the ball more to your liking tonight?
Galen is Galen's a winner. That's what he is. He's a winner. I may let him shoot free throws blindfolded. You know, just blindfolded. Throw it up there and see what happens. But actually, I thought he got a little bad luck on it. His free throws are right on target. He just missed them. But he makes a lot of winning plays. You know, he doesn't make a lot of wow plays and you know, plays that get you standing up in your seat. But, you know, he moves the ball. He gets it up the court fast. He tries to defend his position. And, you know, and when you think about Galen's a freshman, Rob's a sophomore. You know, those are two young kids. Those are, you know, as we move this program forward, you know, those are two really good pieces for us. Now what we've got to do is find the LeRon Barnes, because you got to have kids like him. You got to have winners, man. He is a winner.
I'm going to have the last question here, guys. Rob, in the second half, big stretch, Cougars kind of broke the game open, and it seemed like you had 11 of the team's 13 points. As a shooter, what does that feel like when you get on a roll like that?
You know, it always feels great to make shots, but it's something that I practice a lot and put a lot of time into with the coaching staff. So it feels good for the work to pay off, but it's kind of expected. So I kind of expect it, but it also feels great to answer the question.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.